Once again, welcome back after the break. Before the break, we were talking about the concept of jam, which Guru Sahib tells us, and Sir Harbans Singh Kandola had touched upon this issue. It's a very major contentious issue, I would say, in our community. As I said before the break, there are websites by the Sikhs whereby they show that there are those jams, which are the ghosts who are dragging a Sikh because he didn't do this, he didn't do that. Well, is Sikhism a religion of love, affection, or in this religion we are told that if you don't do this, you will go to hell. If you don't do this, this will happen to you. Whereas what we have understood till now, what Sir Harbans Singh Kandola has told us, Guru Nanak Sahib's basic emphasis was to raise our consciousness. And that consciousness can be raised by following the path which has been shown to us. It's a way of life. There's no any threat to us given to us by the Gurus that if you don't do this, this will happen. Well, we know we have a free will, but of course the repercussions follow by what we do, what our thoughts are, and how we follow that into our life. Let's understand this basic concept of what is this jam, what Guru Nanak Sahib is trying to tell us. Ji Kandola Sahib.
In the context of Shabd Guru, Divine Guru, and interpreting the Gurbani in the context of our daily life, let us talk about in the context of daily life. What is happening in the manne jam ke saath na jaye. Oh, Guru saying calm is a social lust, is a jam. Krodh, anger, lobh, greed, moh, attachment to the form, hankar, ego. These are the jams which are eating you up daily life.
Absolutely.
In your daily life.
Right.
And this is make your life miserable. These are the jams. And Guru is not talking about Tarmaraj de Pejeo Jama. Guru is talking about a spiritually awakened follower transform these vices into virtues through manna. How? A greed, it turned into contentment. And anger turned to self-positive pride, self-esteem. Who manna? This is what a person becomes in a daily life, not dragging, as you mentioned in there. And more attachment to non-attachment, attachment to impermanent pleasures. And ego, you turn that into authentic self. Sexual lust becomes a moral responsibility. And aisa naam naranjan hoye jeko man jane. God is treasure of virtues, Guru Baba saying, only source of bliss, inner joy and ecstasy. Devotee becomes one with God by realizing the truth, meditate on the truth, and person becomes truth himself. Pauri 14, Guru Sahib is saying, manne marg thak na paye, manne pats. In these pauris, the daily life lessons are there. When we talk, it's a daily life lessons. Manne marg thak na paye, manne pat syon pargat jaye, manne mag na challe panth, manne dharm se ti sanvand aisa naam ranjan hoye je ko man jane koy. Guru says, those who marg thak na paye means those who meditate and realize divine wisdom, chose the way of surrender to the hukum, the will of God, becomes spiritually elevated. And virtuous person, those person, manne marg thak na paye means those never deviate from the chosen spiritual path. This becomes their daily way of life. Guru Sahib is saying. Then manne patsyon pargat jai means Sikh becomes a person of higher consciousness, spiritually awakened, a virtuous person, and person of compassion, contentment, and humble, and person of tolerance, respected in the society. Manne mag na challe pan. Sikh look up to Sri Guru Granth Sahib for spiritual guidance. Mag challe panth means you go astray from the spiritual path. None other than Guru Granth Sahib, chosen the path of Guru Sahib kehne sab Sikhon ko hukum hai Guru manyo Granth. This is my guiding light, Guru Granth Sahib. I'm not going to walk away from that. But manne magna challe panth, that's what it says. Guru says the path of spiritual truth living, manne dharm se ti sanvand means, and you by this you create a very strong bond between you and the Guru. Aisa naam ranjan hoye je ko man jane. Guru says the truth, the divine wisdom is the source of bliss, inner peace, and true joy. Only those who experience this ecstasy, joy, who realize the truth and internalize the virtues. By internalizing, you enjoy the bliss. Now we talk about Pauri 15. Manne pave mokh dwar, manne parvare sadar, manne tare tare gursikh, manne nanak pave na pik. Vasha kya hai? Nanak says, when a devotee, a Sikh, meditate on the teachings of Sri Guru Granth Sahib, that destroys your ego.
Right.
You become a person of higher consciousness. You attain virtues and goodness. Shabd mare fir jeeve sadhi. You attain eternal life. Live truthfully and free of worries, sorrows, stress, depression, fear, anxiety, and ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਹੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਮੁੱਖ ਦੁਆਰ ਮੰਨੇ ਪਾਵੈ ਮੋਖ ਦੁਆਰ ਇਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ when you have really internalized and you live the teachings of Sri Guru Granth Sahib means ਮੰਨੇ ਪਾਵੈ ਮੋਖ ਦੁਆਰ ਮੰਨੇ ਪਰਵਾਰੇ ਸਾਦਾਰ Harpreet ji, literally Sikh spiritual philosophy parvar does not mean your family, your relatives here. As we touched before, and Guru Sahib is talking Gyan Indre, the Karma Indre, Akkhan Kan, bringing O's to your sense and non-sense organs into discipline. Now, I gave an example a little bit, but I could expand on that. Guru Sahib कहने अखां वाजों देखना मैंने कन्ना सुनना अखां वाजों देखना means that I see God in everybody around. And I see mothers and sisters, my daughters, and watch healthy and shows and read healthy literature. My eyes are disciplined and all actions are according to the teachings of Gurbani. That is parvare sadar. Main akkhan nu sadar liya. This is the Guru is talking about. Parvare sadar means you have brought all your sense organs in a proper discipline. Manne tare tare gur Sikh. When a Sikh realizes truth, becomes truthful, moral, ethical, daily life, aap jave avra naam japave. Manne tare tare gur Sikh. This is the philosophy. Aap jave avra naam japave. Help others to truthful living. Create a better world, better society. But I heard from my father many times, Gyan bandan naal Gyan kat janda hai. What kind of notions these our ancestors had that? Old people still believe that. Gyan bandan naal Gyan kat janda hai.
Well, in today's life, it's absolutely opposite. The more you
spread,
spread,
from the truth, right? And you want to spread the message.
That's right.
And those were the old notions our ancestors
because the circumstances were such, let's not forget also, Kandola Sahib, the situation was such, the circumstances were such that our ancestors, our elders, when they were being brought up, the circumstances around was that that's, when we talk about these rituals and these other followings and going to the Ganga or going to the river to bathe, all these things were prevalent because of the Hindu philosophy which was prevalent. Well, it's welcome to our brothers who follow this, but according to the Sikhism, according to the Sikhs, for the Sikhs, it's basically your daily elevation of your thoughts and how you incorporate that into your daily life. This is what Guru Sahib is telling in these podis of from 12 to 15 podis.
That's what the 21st century world citizens are looking for. That the spiritual path they are looking for. They want to be more spiritual. So this is what.
And interestingly, Arnold Toynbee also, who is a very famous historian, also talked to that in the 21st century, the world will have to look up to Guru Granth Sahib. Because in that is an open message to all.
But if we explain the way Baba Nanak explained,
absolutely, that's what
that's the difference. We are trying, getting the message internalized, the daily, relevant to the daily life. Guru said that manne nanak pave na pik. You need to understand that when a Sikh realizes truth, become truthful, Sikh attain contentment, non-attachment to the material wealth and impermanent pleasures, he does not practice rituals, worthless rituals and superstitions. And Sri Guru Granth Sahib, Manne Nanak Pave na Pik mean, Guru Granth Sahib is the only divine light that Sikh will follow. Guru says God is a treasure of virtues and all goodness. Those who meditate on the truth become truthful. Next, these finishes our padi.
That's right, in the concept of manne, which
the same as suniye and manne. In these 8 padis, I think if we want to say that if when you understand, internalize, and live, Guru talked about the transformation in your life.
That's
what positive life it becomes. Sahaj avastha ke mein aandi hai. The transformation of consciousness happens, and you enjoy bliss and peace and
ecstasy. Absolutely, that bliss is there. Absolutely, that's what the Bani tells us, to live a happy, blissful life, and that is what it is. If we follow that in our daily life, incorporate it, and definitely we'll have that bliss.
And I mentioned earlier that from personal experiences and a message to everybody listening, yes, you can live a calm and peaceful life, but you have to internalize it.
Absolutely.
Listen, internalize, and live it.
Absolutely. Sir, thank you very much for your time. We'll put an end to this discussion today, because we have covered those 4 padis, what Guru Sahib is telling us in Manne. Next week, we will continue from the 16th padi, whereby Guru Sahib emphasizes on how to become a good human being. That will continue. Thank you very much for your time. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. In today's discussion, as we have pointed out, from padi number 12 to padi number 15, Guru Sahib is talking about the concept of manne. And manne is a very important concept, because unless we follow what is being taught to us, how will we reach our destination? And that's probably, as we discussed in our discussion, the reason why Sikhs are going astray is that somebody comes, tells us something, we just follow them. But we are not having that faith what we should have in Guru Granth Sahib, because Guru Granth Sahib is not about rituals. It's about how to elevate your consciousness and how to imbibe those qualities in our daily life so that we become better human beings. I hope we are gaining from all this discussion what we are having, and definitely the response what you are giving to us by way of emails and phones is really appreciated. But still, we want your more, that you involve yourself with us. If you have any questions, do send us those questions, so that in the beginning of the program we can answer those questions and then continue with our discussion. So for that, you can email us at 604-603-7555 is our phone number, and email is harpreet@akaltv.com. And if you want to talk directly to Sardar Harbans Singh Kandola, you can call him at his cell 604-839-1308. And also, this program which we bring to you is because of your help and your support. This would not be possible because our advertisers and sponsors who support us help us in bringing these kind of quality programs. So we seek your support so that we can further continue on this journey and have better programs for you. For any information, call us at 604-202-3040 or email us. ਲੈਣਾ ਜੀ ਆ ਗਿਆ, ਫਿਰ ਮੁਲਾਕਾਤ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਜੋੜੋ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਤੇ ਜੇਕਰ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਕਿਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮਿਸ ਕਰ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ ਉਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ youtube.com/harpreet singh show ਤੇ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਇਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਐਪੀਸੋਡਸ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਵੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਸੋ ਫਿਰ ਮੁਲਾਕਾਤ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, ਤਦ ਤੱਕ ਗੁੱਡ ਬਾਏ।